Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's masterclass, Money Magnet. I'm super excited for tonight. So, lots of information going to be happening here. And also, do not forget that there are some giveaways at the end. So, make sure to stick around and check out, what I am offering. Of course, no obligation or pressure or anything like that. That is the best thing about this. Oh, gee, somebody's entering. Um, you guys, this honestly, trading has shifted the game for me, like everything for me. Um, I want to talk a little bit about my story because there's some new people in this space tonight, and I know a few people, several people, a couple people messaged me and said that they were gonna um trying to get my audio to work. Okay, no problem. They were going to be watching the replay. So I was hoping to live stream this, but that's okay. I actually really enjoy the intimacy of Zoom and then being able to share the replay later. So I think it's supposed to work out exactly how it's supposed to work out tonight. So a little bit about me and my story and what brought me to this. And you guys, you do not need a finance degree. Like, this is something that you get better at the more you practice and play and just educate and just continue to learn about the market. And going from last November was my first, day trade, and I've been now in it for a little over a year. Um, I remember locking my first $100 in November of 2023, and I was freaking stoked because going back a little bit, I've been an entrepreneur now for over 10 years. I also have three kids, so 9, 4, and 3. And I stay home with the girls. And so I have done a lot of things on this journey of being an entrepreneur. Honestly, and you probably have too. Like, I'd love to know actually, like, let me know what you do in the chat box. Um, because if you were anything like me, you're multi-dimensional, you're multi-passionate, you love doing multiple things. You flourish the most when you're allowing yourself to just be open to new opportunities and to knowing that like things shift as you grow and that there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes we're trying so hard to get something to work and it's just not working. And this is exactly what unfolded in my reality because I've been in the coaching space for since actually when I first started life coaching, I opened up a brick and mortar like office space in my community, and that was in 2015 was my first year in the coaching field. So I'm a marketer manager for a book publisher, awesome, an accountant, ooh, full-time transformational coach. That's amazing. And so there has been so many different things that I've been doing throughout the years. And being in the coaching space since 2015, my dream has always been freedom-based, right? Freedom-based lifestyle, freedom-based business. And for so long in the coaching field, I was literally doing everything. Like, I was doing all the freaking things and throwing all these different offers out there. So many offers, you guys. Like, I don't know how many freaking offers I have had over the years, but it's just insane. Like, there's so many different things that I have thrown out there. And listen, some worked, some didn't work, some literally like did not work at all. And others did. But I always would plateau. Like, I'd always get to this space where it just was exhausting, right? Like, it was just exhausting. It was like I'm showing up, I'm doing all these things, and I don't feel like I am getting the results that make it worth it. Like, when it came down to it, like, that's how I felt. And it's really hard to fake yourself out of a feeling if you're, feeling that, right? And so fast forward several years, you guys, like, it was 6 years of this like cycle that I was going through where I would be doing good and I'd be like feeling excited and things. And then like it just wasn't there anymore. It just like I would lose my spark. I would get burnt out. I would feel like I'm giving all that I can give and I'm just not like seeing results. Like I'm not seeing the results that are making me like, oh my God, like, yes, this is it, right? Like this is it. And so I was at a breaking point in my business. I actually went through a tough time, like a really like rock bottom type, just feeling defeated, feeling like I was like I just didn't have what it takes. Like that's how I felt. And it sucked. Like it really did suck. And I actually went on this period of like not doing anything. I was like, you know what? I went on this retreat. I went on this solo retreat, you guys. I unplugged from social media for an entire month, which was really hard for me to do because I am somebody when I commit to something and when I say that I'm gonna do it, like I fucking do it. Like I show up 110%. So for me to like let go of all the things that I was doing and I'm like I'm like this is gonna work. I'm gonna make this fucking work if it kills me. Like if it, if I don't care if my mental health is suffering right now and that I'm like feeling like I'm struggling, but I was, just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And then I let go. I was like, I have to let go. I was even telling the therapist at this retreat like that like I don't know what to do. This is what I want. Like this is what I want. This is my dream. Like I just feel like it's just it's not working, right? And anyways, he pretty much was like you probably just have to let go of that, right? And so I did. You guys, I let go of it. Um, and I started just doing things that felt good. Like I was running. I'm still running to this day. Like I started focusing more on what feels good, my health, my like what I really want. And when it got to this space of the market of trading, it was kind of like a really big eye opener in the sense that what I was doing and what I thought was it, like, wasn't it. Have you ever had that happen to you before where you're just like, "Oh my God, this is why. This is why it wasn't working, why I was pushing so hard for something to work because it wasn't it. Like it was what I was doing back then, like it just wasn't it, right? So, like I want you to know, and there's a lot of coaches out there that will tell you not to focus on the money. Like, don't focus on the money. Like, don't make it be about the money. And that's not what this is. We're not just focusing in on the money. Like I'm a very frequency first type of person. I do a lot of pleasure embodiment type work with everything that I'm doing. And also, the moment I started actually leaning into the money and like what I really wanted, which is to feel abundant in my finances and to be receiving money in a way that is really fun for me. Like this is what I've always wanted, right? So the moment I started focusing in on that, everything started to click. Like everything started to click. Like I actually have been really excited to show up and make money and to have not just the energy, because you probably already have done tons of energy work. I'm guessing if you are in this space right now, like raise your hand. Like how much energy work have you done? How much energy work? Like seriously, like I was doing all the fucking energy work forever. And there was still the strategy piece, the like, oh my God, this is a tangible way, this is a tangible thing that you can do to wherever you want, whenever you want, on your own terms that you can do to expand your wealth in both the short and the long term. And of course, I'm here for the long-term game. You guys, when I first locked my first $5 in the market, I'm telling you, I was like, is this real? Like this is crazy to me. Like this is so awesome, right? And a lot of the times, especially when it's the day trades, when it's some of these momentum plays, it's fast. Like I had a member today in our Discord literally make $200 in 10 seconds on one trade, right? And there's tons of runners every single day. There's literally limitless opportunities to profit. And even if the overall market sentiment is bearish, that's where the day trades and the momentum plays come in because there's always something running. And so I'm going to actually share my screen now because I have a little PowerPoint that I want to make sure I'm going through because I kind of riff quite a bit. So just know that is normal for me to do. Um, okay, let's go to present. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Okay, present full screen. So you guys, there's nothing wrong with wanting more money. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel really good about money, about receiving money, to focus in on the money. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that you are a shitty person, that you just think of people as numbers. Like, it's not true. Like, none of that is true. You have a deeper intention, right? Like, we all do. What do you want? I'm guessing you want more freedom. You want more time. You want to be able to, like for me, my big thing was I want to be able to stay home with the girls and I want my own income. I want my own wealth. I want my own thing. Like, whatever that is. Like, I want to have my legacy, my self-fulfilling prophecy, and I want to be able to be home with the girls. Like, I want both. Like I want it all. I want all the things. So, like there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I once again, like the moment I started actually looking at that and being like, I'm not going to get to where I want to be, not like I'm not selling things consistently, right? Like I'm not getting to the space where the overflow is here. And I think that's where where most coaches struggle is because if you don't feel really good about where you're at financially and about what you're receiving, right? Like it's just going to come off. There's going to be a block there. And that's always what happened with me. Like I would get to the space where I just would get burnt out and I would start feeling resentful and it's not like I wanted to feel that way, but I did. Like I would feel burnt out. I'd feel exhausted. I'd feel like this isn't like I would just feel like this isn't working. Like I'm spinning my wheels. I'm spinning my wheels. I'm throwing these offers out there. I'm showing up. I'm giving my all. I'm giving all of me, all of possibly me that I can give. And it just was, I wasn't feeling like a money magnet. Let's just put it that way. I wasn't feeling that. I just wasn't. And I would watch my husband because my husband, he's incredible. Like he is doing this too, actually, and he is doing really well. And also, he is a luxury car salesman here in town, and he is the top salesman. He has been for several years. Like he's always killing it. And I'm over here, I'd be over here. And, sometimes obviously we're a team, right? Like we're a team. But like if you have those bigger desires, right? If you have this nudge of expansion of like you want to break that next level of overflow, right? Like whatever that is for you. Um, and when you're watching somebody else do it, and I know you've probably been doing like I still, I'm mentoring with in the trading world, some of my mentors are already making like multi-millions of dollars, and also some people that I coach with and stuff like, and it can be challenging to watch somebody like just continue to do that, right? And then you're just like over here, I really want that, right? Um, so just know that once again, your money desires are very welcome here, and I'm excited to celebrate them with you. Um, and that nobody is going to judge you. Like nobody's going to judge you for that. They're actually going to celebrate that. And yeah, it's just going to continue to be awesome. So, disclaimer, I gotta say this, you guys, trading is risky. Trade at your own risk. and I teach you how to do that. Okay, like I will teach you how to do this in a way where you're not dysregulating yourself. Like I'm never going to be like, you know, play big or go home in the market. This is one place where you actually do start playing small. Like you start with smaller positions so that you can expand your risk tolerance. And that's exactly what I'll teach you how to do. So let's dive in. Okay. Dun dun dun. All right. Okay, so I kind of went over my story. And before I got in the coaching field, I actually had a pet sitting business. I forgot to say that's where I started. And my degree is actually not in finance or business or anything like that. My degree is in psychology and criminal justice. So, I went the traditional route. I did all the things. I got my degree. I found my husband. We've been together for married for 11 years, but together for 16. Um, had three kids. And I was already on my entrepreneurial journey after my first son was born. But I went down the traditional path. I just knew that it wasn't the right way. I just felt it, that intuition, it just gets stronger within you. You probably have felt that many times on this journey, but it's right. Like when something does not feel like a fuck yes, and really exciting to you consistently. Like consistently, it should light you up. Consistently, it should be something that it's easy for you to show up, right? Yeah, you're gonna have to push yourself a bit, like because it's uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. We all know that it doesn't always feel good. It's not always gonna feel good, but are you excited for that next level? Like, do you love what you're doing? Are you obsessed with it? Like, are you obsessed with how you're doing it, right? And this is a big thing about energetic alignment because energetic alignment is saying that when we're happy, when we're feeling really fulfilled and we're focusing in on what does feel good in our everyday reality and we're living that and we're committed to living that even if there's the contrast or even if you're, doing other things to support you at the same time, but like the majority of the time, are you living in that energetic alignment? So this is the most important piece of the puzzle. And then following those nudges, right? Those nudges of, you know what? That is calling to me. That is calling to me. And why not give it a shot? Like, what do I have to lose, right? Like, what do I have to lose? And knowing that it's actually riskier, right? It's riskier not to give it a shot, right? Riskier to look back 10 years from now and be like, what would have been? What would have been if I would have done that? I think that is more riskier than anything else, right? Like it's that's my biggest fear is just, letting fear stop me, right? Like and just not continuing to grow because when I'm growing and I'm feeling that growth and I'm seeing the evidence, I'm seeing the results, it's lighting me up. I'm able to give, freely and from this space of overflow. It's just a win-win situation, right? It's a win-win situation for everybody who is around us. Okay. So know that your energetic alignment, because wealth energetics and that the embodiment tools of breath work, meditation, all the energy work, the things that you're doing that are bringing you joy on a daily basis, little things, like work, just obviously exercising, right? Like I did a buns workout today because I'm like, let's go, pile buns. And um, because I knew I was doing this class, I knew I was trading this morning, and I wanted to make sure that I was filled all the way up past the brink of overflow. And if you have kids, if you have clients, right? Like this is so freaking important. Like if you're not feeling that overflow, right? How can you give from that space? And this is what the market has done for me and is continuing to do for me on a daily basis. Like I'm just as excited to show up tomorrow for the Discord, for my community, for my trading as I was on day one. And that never happened to me in what I was promoting in my coaching business before. It just was it just did not click for me on that deeper level of embodiment, okay? So know that that feeling of wealth, so having that support, having the support, having um the platform or the tools that is a great strategy that you can implement. And the best thing about this is you can copy my strategy. Like I have zero problem with you copying my strategy. I make this simple and fun. I make trading simple and fun. And it's not like if you copy my strategy, there's anything's gonna happen. Like it's all about me winning and you winning and us winning together because the more that you win, the more that I win because I'm excited about that. I'm celebrating that. I want you to make more money. I want you to feel wealthy. And I don't just want that on an internal level, you guys. I don't just want you to feel wealthy internally. I want you to see that physical evidence in your reality and not just now in the short term, but I want you to be able to look ahead. This is what it's done for me. I'm already celebrating six figures and I'm close to 50K, but I'm already forward thinking in this because I know I'm seeing it, right? Like I see how it's going to unfold. Like I can look ahead and be like, yeah, the more money that I have to play with, the more I expand my risk tolerance, the consistency, my passion, right? Like my passion for it, my passion for money, like I love money. And this is the thing is the embodiment around money is very important. And this is a big piece of the work. Like you will increase your positive emotions around money. Like this is everything. Like the better you feel about money and the better you like the more you can celebrate it, the more you can celebrate every single money win that comes to you. And you can listen to like embodiment songs. I do this daily almost. I shared that Money Abel Hart song. Big Bank is another one of mine. You probably see it in my stories all the time. This is like one of my favorite songs. And and I'm already thinking about teaching my kids this. I'm already like, I wish I would have known how to do this when I was 18 years old. Why didn't anybody teach me how to do this? And I just wasn't interested in, or it wasn't for me then. And my parents obviously never did it. Like they were never in the market. Um, and so uh, the best thing about this, you guys, is it's something that you learn by doing. When you get into it, you're gonna start memorizing tickers. Like I memorize so many different tickers. Now I can watch like up to 10 trades at a time. I have like a whole setup now. But you guys, I started doing this on my phone. And even Jamie was just in fast trading the foundational experience. And the amount that I've grown since that we started that, Jamie, like I have an entire setup now, but like I was even in that class, in that course, I'm like I love doing it from my phone. Like it's just I'm very fast on my phone. So what I do now is I watch trades on my monitors and then I'll still trade on my phone because I'm really fast on it. But when I first started, I was doing everything on my phone. Everything. Like you don't have to start by getting a shit ton of monitors or anything like that. Believe me. You just got to start learning and practicing and playing, okay? So, successful trader and investor's mindset. Trading is 110% mindset, you guys. It is building your tolerance and your positive emotions around money. Like this is the strategy. I will teach you the strategy, right? Like the reading the patterns. I will like inside the Discord, I do live alerts and guidance and support and all the things inside of that space. So like I will give you a live alert and I'll teach you how to read it and how to trade it. And a lot of the times there'll be levels and things, but there's also indicators that you can put on your chart to see if it's going to continue in a bull pattern or if it reverses, then you get out. You get out immediately. And another really great thing about this is you have complete control over what you're doing. It's not like you're going to the pull tab machines and you're like, all right, I'm gonna put $50 in, or slot machines if you don't have pull tab machines where you're from. They're like really huge in here in North Dakota. Um, and they're literally pull tabs, but they're machines. So it gives you that dopamine boost. You know, you put the money in, you're like, oh yeah, this is great, right? Until all your money's gone or you win. I mean, there's times when you win, and but it's completely different. The probability of you winning on those pull tab machines or even blackjack, um, or anything like that is way, 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 way less. And you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna put $50. I mean, I guess you can hit the button, but the managing it is, I think, the most scary part with the clients that I have been working with and things like that, because you do have to build a really strong trust around money and your risk tolerance. And so that simply means that if you're not willing to lose $50 or whatever amount of money that is to start, then if that trend reverses, you get out immediately. When you see it start to go down, like you're down $1, you're down $2, you're down $5, whatever, it's like you're out because you can always get back in. You can always play again, or you can always just wait until the next alert to the next runner. All right. And so just going over the mindset. So there's two different types of mindsets that I teach, okay? Because I implement both. My strategy is very diversified because once again, I don't want you to just lock profits in the short term. I want you to build your account that so that you're seeing more wealth over time, so that you have large caps, you have more long-term investments, and you have for example, like divvies, because now I went from receiving like $40 a month in divvies to over $1,000 now. And there's several different ways that you can play this. Okay. One, you can get in, you can hold, you can reinvest those divvies, and you can keep expanding that. Or you can get in, you can get the divvy, you can put however much money you want, you get the divvy, and then when you're green, then you can get out and then you can play a different divvy, right? So there's so many different ways that you can play like the long-term type stuff, the large caps. Um, and yeah, so I teach that. So the trader mindset is you don't want to be hanging out. You're not overstaying your welcome in these trades because there's a specific reason why they're moving. It's not because a lot of times it's not because it's like a really great company, um, and sometimes it might be a great company. However, the catalyst is bringing all these different day traders. So some people are just day traders. They don't hold on to anything. So they just play to get in, to get out, to lock profits in the short term. And of course, that adds up over time. But like they're not going to be a lot of these day traders aren't staying in the stock. So you never want to get stuck in it, unless you're willing to risk that, unless you're willing to hold. If the momentum and the trend is going and it's looking really good into the next day, you can risk that. And then if it starts dumping in pre-market, then you can get out then. But like a lot of the times I don't like holding things overnight. It's a special occasion. Like if I really feel like it's going to continue. And once again, I've also built up my risk tolerance to be able to lose 50, 100, $150 and it not like send me into a spiral, right? And so, when I first started though, I was not willing to lose like 10, 15, $20. And there was times that I did, but I was able to kind of just build my tolerance. Like you're going to build your tolerance. So then, for example, like some people that I follow that are like, way ahead of me in the trading game, they can lose $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, and it not affect them because they've scaled so many profits that's what you do, right? Like as you scale your profits, then say you've made $5,000 in 3 months or whatever that is. Like then, all right. today I am willing to be a little bit more risky. I'm willing to play with more money. I'm willing to kind of lean into that next edge of growth. And that is how you do it. You never do it like, okay, I'm going to go big or go home. I'm going to put $5,000 in my trading account and I'm going to put $2,000 at this first trade. And then the moment it reverses, you're down like 500 bucks and you're like, this sucks. Like I'm never going to trade again. That is what I don't want for you. So, that is why I always recommend starting with smaller positions as you learn, as you start learning, as you start watching things, and all of that because it's so important, you guys. We want to do this from a regulated space, and I don't want you to mess up your nervous system, you guys, because money at the end of the day, it is emotional. It can be emotional, right? Especially if you feel like you're losing it. So that's why we build up to it. So the trader mindset is simple. It's you're getting in, you're getting out. You're scaling your profits. When you see profits, I don't care if it is 10%, 20%, you're at least selling a majority of your shares, especially in the beginning, okay? You're selling a majority of your shares because you can always leave some runners. So what does this mean? This means that when say you buy 50 shares, you decide, okay, I'm up 10%, I'm up 20%, I'm going to sell 40 of my shares and I'm going to take those profits. And then I'm going to leave 10 of these shares and I'm and I'm either going to watch it and if it goes too close to my average, I'm going to get out. I'm going to cut it. And if it doesn't, if it keeps going, then boom. Then you set your stop loss. And then that's it. Like that's all you got to do. You set your stop loss and boom. Okay. So investors mindset, it's gonna go up higher over time. It might be dipping in the short term. AMD, for example. I'm down on AMD right now. I have a shit ton of AMDY and I'm getting the divvy on Friday, actually. I've just been continuing to load up. I'm like, I'm gonna buy more. I'm gonna buy more because my divvy is gonna be like over $500. And so even though AMD is dipping in the short term, oh, somebody else is joining us. So even though some of these large caps, some of your long holds, whatever that is, Nvidia is a big one, right? Like any of these large caps, you guys, sometimes they're going to be bearish in the short term. But the mindset is it's going to go higher over time. Cryptos, for example, it's going to go higher over time. Things like this, that's what you're leaning into in the investor's mindset. It's long term. This is a long-term game. Imagine where you could be 1 year from now. Imagine where you could be 3 years from now, right? Like even if it took you 2 years, even if it took you 3 years to build a six-figure trading account, then guess what? How much faster it would be to receive that next $100,000. This is the mindset because when you have more money to play with as you are expanding your account, and also you guys, when you have money in your account, you're getting paid interest on that. All right, both Robinhood and Webull. If we have any, I know Jamie is Canadian. I don't know if anyone else is Canadian in here. Um, but Robinhood for isn't available in Canada. Okay, so that's just it's a brokerage that I use, and then Webull. I use both of these brokerages, and I will give you guys my referral link. Um, so if you don't have an account already, it's free to sign up. It's a free account. Okay, when you create your trading account, it is completely free to set up, and but they both have, so Robinhood Gold has 4.5% APR, and then Webull has a little bit even more. It's like 5%. So even if you have cash in your account, you're getting paid interest on that. And that is actually more than my money market account. Like I had more money in my money market account. And then I was like, doesn't make sense. Like I can make more money having more money in my trading account. So why wouldn't I be doing this more, right? Um, and that's exactly what I have been doing. So this is a combination of educated intuition and pattern recognition. As you start to learn the market, you're going to develop a stronger intuition of what is going to happen. All right? And you're not always going to be right. You're not always going to be right, but it's going to develop over time. And then you're going to learn how to read patterns and what the momentum and the trend is doing, right? If there's a pullback, if it's dumping, if it's bullish, you're gonna be able to know all of this, okay? So why commit? Why trading? Well, why are you here tonight? What is your desire? Why I committed to this was because once again, I was like, why not give this a shot? It was something that really came to me in a sense. Like my husband had already been doing it. He was more doing like swing trades and things like that. But I'm like, you know what? This sounds really exciting. Like it sounds really fun. Like why wouldn't I do this? I am a bit of like I do love the adrenaline that I get by day trading. You guys, it is exciting. It is exciting, especially when you have your first win, especially when you have your first few wins and like or your biggest win. Yes, that's where I'm at. Oh, I'm just seeing your comments. Sorry guys. I go on my riff. Okay, I'm seeing all your your stuff. Okay, we'll finish watching. Okay. Um, Ashley. Oh, you guys. So that's where I was at. I was like, why wouldn't I give this a shot? Like, I mean, what do I have to lose? Like, what do I have to lose? And I have everything to gain from this, right? Like I have everything to gain from this. And I shit you not, not even a month into this, even though you guys, I wasn't like super far ahead or anything. Like I think I made like $500 in December of 2023. But you guys, like that $500, I was so excited because it really was on my own terms. It really was. Like I didn't need to make sales. I didn't need clients. I didn't need anything. And I love working with people. I've worked with amazing people over the years, you guys. Like it has nothing to do with other people. It has to do with what I really want, right? And you gotta lean into that for yourself too. You gotta lean into all the way in. Like, what do you really want, right? Like, yeah, I love working with people, but I don't want to be fully dependent on that because that feels really, it just doesn't feel good. And when I got into entrepreneurship, even with my pet sitting business, you guys, I had a huge clientele. I had a huge clientele, always coming back, retention. Like it was, it was great. And also, it was a lot of fucking work. It was a lot of work, my pet sitting business. Oh my God, you guys, this side of the house when I had my pet sitting business was like full of dogs. And, I would be like going to people's houses. I'd be having dogs, I'd be having animals over here, piss and shit all the time, like a lot of times, you guys. Like it was this whole side of the house was like destroyed after I stopped my pet sitting business because by the time my second and third kid came around, actually it was the third one, and Kennedy was she's very hyperallergenic. And so that's what stopped me from doing it. And really, like, it was something that I needed to keep doing, I felt like. There was like the last few years of my pet sitting business, I was like, I need to keep doing this to support my coaching business because have you ever felt that? Because you guys, I have invested so much money into myself, into my business, into my leadership, into all the things, right? So I was always feeling like I needed to hold on to that. I needed to hold on to that. And it just, once again, it was exhausting. So, I don't ever want to feel like that again. I don't want to feel like I need XYZ in order to grow. And I think that is the biggest thing to lean into, right? Like why commit? Why show up for this? Um, like what is your big freaking desire? Like your big I mean, if you have a job right now, or if you have a business, that's awesome. Like you can always do that as well. But like looking forward, right? Like looking in the future, 5, 10 years, right? Like where do you want to be? How do you want to, like, how much money do you want to have? Like, maybe you don't want to do everything live, or you don't want to do as many offers, or you don't want to have as many clients, right? Maybe you want to have smaller spaces, more intimacy, whatever that is. It's like you get to craft that, you get to create that. And that is why I've been leaning into this so much, is like the leaning into the more future, the visioning, when I have multiple six figures in my trading account, my big holy fuck goal is 500K by the time my youngest is in school. And that is 3 years still, you guys. Like it's a long time. Like it is a long time. And, a little less than 3 years because obviously she would start kindergarten in August. Um, and my husband doing this at the same time, you guys, that goal, if I'm counting both of us, right, could be here way sooner. And that is the reality. Like that is actually like I fully believe that because of this. I actually believe that that's happening. And that has given me so much um, freedom. Like it has given me a greater sense of freedom. And that is what I want for you guys too, because I'm telling you, there is nothing like it. Like there's no feeling like that. And also the excitement of the market is such a freaking vibe. It is a vibe. And with the energy work, you being able to regulate yourself, which we do that in my world, and I'm very good at it. Stability, I get to control and be mobile. Yes, yes. Very good at the nervous system regulation on the way up, because we want to be able to sustain it. And we want to be able to sustain our growth. We want to be profitable, and we want to keep growing. So that once again, that is the building up that tolerance and building up that just ability to hold the duality. We all know that there is no growth without duality. You're gonna experience it. Like there's gonna be times when you feel like it, like you're just shit, like everything's going on, like you should see, sometimes it's wild in my house, like sometimes it's wild. The girls are making a huge mess. I'm trying to work, right? And the girls are over here like freaking destroying the house. And I make it work. I make it work because it matters to me. Because it freaking matters. Like my desires, my growth, the commitment that I put on myself, and the space that I create, and the space that I hold, and the energy and all the things, and me being in a state of overflow matters to me. And it matters to me that you are in that as well, right? That you are doing that for yourself, and that you are not settling for less. You are not settling for less. From here on out, wherever you are, you're deciding that, guess what? You get to have that next holy fuck money goal, and you get to lean into that, and you get to have a blast making money. You get to have a blast receiving money. Like it gets to be fun. It gets to be fun. And you get to have it all, okay? So ways to profit in the market in a nutshell. I know we talked a little bit about this, okay? So my strategy is a combination of the three. I think they're all extremely valuable because if I say I have a red, like I just am not having a good trading day in my day trades, I have other long holds that I've been holding and that I've been expanding on since the beginning of this year. So I have thousands of dollars in profits that I could take if I wanted to, right? If I needed to, if I wanted to. And that is, when you're looking at this, you can always take profits. You don't have to hold on to things as long as I do or anything like that. And if you have that ability, if you have that capacity to be able to do that for the large caps, okay? The large caps and the cryptos, cryptos is digital currencies, you guys. It's 2025 is going to be a huge year for crypto. And if you haven't already noticed, Bitcoin is, let's see what Bitcoin's at right now. I have a bunch of different cryptos. Okay. So I'm buying the dips on these, you guys. I'm buying the dips. Bitcoin is, yeah, it's over $100,000 still. So they all go through dips. Your large caps will go through dips, cryptos will go through dips. Once again, this is long term. Longer holds, more money and more opportunity, right? So you can scale profits and you can add the dips. You can do a combination of both. The fast money wins, these are the ones in the short term. So when I'm in the Discord community in the morning, I'm alerting these. I'm saying what the entry level, the breakout point is, and this is a game of mastering your entries and your exits. This is all it is. It's getting in as soon as you can. When you check the chart, you're like, okay, the momentum's going. Is it gonna break this point? Sometimes it's a fake breakout, you guys, too. So it's practicing, it's playing, it's starting with smaller positions at first until you start to build more confidence, okay? And I'll even, suggest that you watch a few to just see how things flow. And you ask for support. You ask questions, things like this, because I want you to learn and I want you to be successful at this. So why are they moving? You guys, they're moving on news. They're moving because a bunch of day traders are alerting each other. Like they're saying, this is hitting, like there's taps on this, like go check it out because the momentum's increasing, the trend is bullish, and that's exactly why we're playing it. So we're always resisting the urge to chase. This is going to be one of the biggest challenges is you're going to see if you miss it, if you miss the alert or you miss a ticker, you're going to see it and you're going to be like, damn it. You're gonna really resist the urge to chase. And sometimes you're gonna chase them. And sometimes you're gonna win. And sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're gonna chase it and then it's gonna dip and you're gonna be like, damn it. I knew I shouldn't have chased it. Okay. So it's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. So scaling profits. So I talked about this earlier, but when you get into one of these day trades, it starts to go up and it's going and it's going and you're like, oh my God, this is so great. You're going to scale your profits. You're not going to hold on. You're going to at least sell the majority of your shares, okay? Because you can always leave some runners. So if it continues to go, great. You still have some to play with. But you never want to get in the position where it's going and then you're like, no, it's got to go higher. And then it starts dipping and then you're getting stuck because you're holding and you're like, oh, it's going to reverse. It's going to reverse. And then you're wrong. And then you're holding and is dipping and is dipping and you're losing more money. And you're like, shit, I should have just got out. Okay. That's what we don't want. So that's why it's so important to scale your profits. All right. So once again, mastering entries, exits, and greed control. This is all this is. These trades are cost effective. A lot of the times, these are cheap. Sometimes they're under $1. Sometimes they're $1. Sometimes they're $2. Sometimes they're $4, right? So they're cheap. And so that's why, more people, there's a lot of people playing them, okay? Because they're affordable. The large caps, some of the cryptos are cheap too. There's a ton of different cryptos. Some of them are cheap, some of them are not. Um, If you want to trade crypto, though, if you don't have Robinhood, so there are some available on Robinhood, like Ethereum, Solana now, Peep, XRP, Dodge, and Shiba are the ones that I have over on Robinhood. Otherwise, you're going to need Coinbase, which is another app if you want to explore cryptos too. That's totally up to you. But I'm just letting you know that it's part of my strategy, and the large caps are the bigger name companies that you can scalp, that you can hold. You know, Tesla is running huge right now. I would not buy Tesla right now. It's over $400. It's really high. And you guys, I was in this, I'm still like I was holding this. I actually bought it at 202 last December, and then it went through a huge dump into the 140s. And I held on to it, and I scalped my profits once it had that next run up. So I made about 500 bucks on Tesla this year. And then you guys, if I would have held that, I'm telling you right now, I'd be up like over $2,000 on it right now. It's freaking nuts. Um, so I've scalped it a few times since then, but yeah, it's 431. 431 right now. 1 year ago, I was in this at 202. Like, oh my gosh. And I'm just watching it still go up. Oh, it's 431 now. Wow. I could be in that. But it's okay. That's part of the game. Like there's gonna be things that you get in, that you get out, and you look and you're like, oh my God, they're going higher. Why is it going higher? I should have left some runners. I should have left some runners. So, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I'm continuing to grow and learn, and this is all part of the game. All right. So just know that it is part of the game. And then the dividends. All right, this is expansion over time. A couple of my favorite dividends. Biddo. Biddo is, and Misty. Misty is one that I really love. It's guaranteed money, you guys. Just for holding money there, you get paid monthly on a lot of these. Okay, no problem, Courtney. All right. Um, so it's expansion over time. Like you can reinvest it, you can hold, or you can scalp profits, and then you can always get back in. Like it's totally up to you. I'm actually reinvesting and holding right now AMDY, Bitto, Misty, and NVDY, which follows NVIDIA. So, my goal is to eventually have uh 5 figures in dividends alone. Like that is my big like fuck yeah. Like that'd be that is the vibe, right? Like $10,000 in dividends, and then being able to trade on top of that and be able to expand my portfolio on top of that. Like that is what I'm leaning into. I'm like, hell yeah, like let's go. Like this is great. Okay, so losses and dips are normal. Okay, so the biggest thing with this is staying in the game is crucial. So not letting red days drive your energy and emotions. Your biggest loser should never exceed your biggest winner. All right. Um, and this is why we regulate ourselves as we play and as we expand our portfolio. Because, me looking at almost a $50,000 trading account, how much money am I willing to lose in any given day? Me, like 50 to 100 bucks still. Like I'm still playing with smaller positions to this day because I am committed to doing this from a regulated space, you guys. I know that I have to be embodying that on this side of the screen, that I can't be like, oh, I'm gonna go balls to the walls. I want $1,000 win today, so fuck my rules. Like I'm just gonna give it, like I'm gonna go balls to the wall. And then if I'm wrong, or if, it just if the trend reverses, I'm down 300-400 bucks instead, right? Like that doesn't feel good to me. Maybe when my account is 6 figures or more, then I'll be leaning into, okay, I'm okay with losing $500 today. I'm okay with losing $300 today, right? So you see how this is working, how you're able to regulate yourself as you stick to your rules and your risk tolerance plan as you grow your account. Okay. Um, so leaning into your fears around losing money. This, think about, this is what I've done. This is how I do it because so some of the exercises that I do, and I actually teach this um in fast trading, but like I lean into all of the assets and things that I have, right? I'm like, if we were to have like a big house sale, right? A big sale, and just sell everything that we have, and we'd sell the house and all the things, like how much money would that be, right? And I'm leaning into just things like to multiply the abundance, right? I'm leaning into the assets. I'm leaning into just all the things that I have. And I am knowing that also all of the investments that I've had over the years, right? All of the investments that I've had over the years. Um, like leaning into the fact that why wouldn't you once again like give this a shot, right? Because there's so many times when we don't get the return on investment that we're hoping. And I know that's been true for me on this journey, and knowing that it is up to me, obviously, to like implement and do the things. But sometimes you do put quite a bit of money at something, and like you never see that money back, or you don't see it back for another 5 years. Like a couple of years down the road. So you gotta lean into the fears. And you gotta really focus on that next level of abundance and overflow, knowing that you it's you don't have to fear it. You don't have to fear losing money in the market because you're in complete control. And the more you practice, the more you play, the better you get. And also those long-term holds and the investments and things that you have, you're leaning far ahead. So you're already like, I know that AMD is going to reverse. I'm down on it right now, but I know that it's going to reverse. Same was true with for Tesla and Nvidia and some of these holds that Lunar, for example. This is like one of my favorite stocks. I'm up like 1,500 $1,300 $1,400 on it right now. But you guys, when I first bought Lunar, going through the first launch of it dumped. Once again, it dumped. It took a major dump, and I held it and I held it. And I knew, I was like, this company is legit. Like it's going places, right? And obviously I held, and now I am holding. Like I scalped half of my shares, and I'm adding more in my IRA. And on my regular trading account, I'm already well up. My average is like 570, and it's like I think $12 or something close to it. Let's see here. Lunar. But you guys, this is gonna keep growing. Like Lunar has a ton of government contracts and things over the years. The next several years is launches to the moon. It's a space company. Space companies are gonna be huge over the next few years. It's it's just a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer hold. So, embodying your next level, building a psychological edge. This is exactly what we're doing. Energy over strategy. And also, the strategy is here. The actual how is here. Commitment and patience, adaptability, adaptability to the market. Adaptability to the market, okay? Yes, Ashley, it is. Lunar. Yes. Yes, it is a great, great company. And they should actually be announcing the launch details pretty soon here for the next launch. It's supposed to be right around February time. Protecting your capital. So never risk more than you can afford to lose. Once again, starting with smaller positions, okay? Knowing that this number will expand over time. It will expand over time. Okay. So now I invite you to come trade with us, okay? So there's a few different options here. And then we're gonna do the giveaways. So one of you all are gonna win $111 cash because you're here live. So woo! And then there's a couple of other giveaways as well, okay? So yeah. Woohoo! Uh okay. So the foundational experience. Okay, fast trading foundational experience. This is more of the basics and the foundations and the things to get you started. More education and things like that. So it includes 3 modules that are actually pre-recorded, and then it includes 2 months inside of the Discord community, and it includes 2 live trading recap sessions. All right. And this is going to start the next round is going to start on January 1st. And if you want to jump in on that, then you still get 2 months access inside the fast trading Discord community that you can start today or tomorrow. Like you can start in there right away until we start that 5 week foundational experience. So I have a huge, and then if you want to just jump into the fast trading Discord community, you can do that too. All right. So there's two different offers here. The special offer, this foundational experience is most definitely valued at at like $899. But until Sunday, till this Sunday, you can get it for $499 or 2 monthly payments of 277.50 cents, 277.50. And then if you want to jump into that fast trading Discord community, then that is $44.44 a month. $44.44. So, those are the two opportunities that I have right now. And I would absolutely love to have you join us inside either one of these. Okay. So I will drop the link. I will drop the link, and then I will also be sharing a post after this since I was unable to. What is going on here? Let me stop my share here. Since I was unable to stream it tonight, which is fine. Okay. Oh no. What am I doing? All right. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. I'm trying to find the link here. Okay, there it is. Dun dun dun. Okay, so you can see wins, you can see testimonials and all the things. Boom, right there. So it's totally up to you. You know what I mean? Like if you feel like you want more of the foundational tools and the lessons and things like that, join the fast trading foundational experience because it's extremely valuable and you're going to get 2 months access inside the Discord community too. If you feel like, you know what, I want to start trading now, like, and I can, learn the basics on my own, and I can come in there and see how things are flowing and just pick up on it quickly, then the Discord community would be awesome opportunity. Okay. Be an awesome opportunity, and I'd love to see you inside. And of course, don't hesitate to message me any questions or anything like that, okay? I am here to support you on this journey, so just know that. All right, so now, with no further ado, we are going to get to the prizes. Yes, let's get to the prizes, and then we will end. And if you have any questions, please message or please put them in the comments below here. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them after we do the drawings here. Okay. So somebody is going to get 1 free month in Discord. Okay. So that's the first prize. So let's go for it. Boop, boop, boop. Let's do it. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. I got a name here. Oh, Jamie's already inside of the Discord. So Jamie, I'm gonna put your name back in there. Okay. I'm gonna put your name back in there because you are already in the Discord for like another month. So, but if you, I mean, well, I should ask you. How about how about this? Instead of that, since you're already in there, just message me and we'll book we'll do like a one-on-one. How about that? We'll do a one-on-one. All right? I'm feeling like awesome. All right. Megan Ashley. Okay, Megan Ashley. I'm gonna write that down. Megan Ashley. Okay. Okay, now 111 gift cards. Yeah, because I want to make sure your name's in there and I'm gonna, hopefully I don't have to draw a million names. I might have to look at them really quick, you guys, because I said that whoever's live gets the that cash drawing. So it's gonna be one of you two. Okay. So one of the $111 gift cards is Hannah Poitra. And she did message me, said that she wasn't gonna be able to make it tonight, but she's excited for the replay. So yay. All right. So that's one. And those gift cards can be used towards the fast trading experience or a trading and well strategy call. Just so you guys know. All right. The other one goes to dun 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 dun. Amy Walker. Amy Walker. Amy Walker. All right. Awesome. Okay, now I apologize. I'm gonna make sure that you two are just in there. Ashley Love. Or no, that's you. Okay. All right. Just give me a moment here. Hope y'all are having fun tonight. What did you think of tonight? I'd love to know. What did you think? Okay. Where did your name go, Jamie? Dun, 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 dun. Heck yeah. Okay. Boom. All right. All right. Here we go. Who is feeling like a money magnet tonight? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it's Jamie. What the? I tell your name twice, Jamie. Oh my God. Congrats. You win the $111. All right. So message me your PayPal. And for everybody else that won tonight, congratulations. So freaking excited for you. And if you are wanting to move forward on either offer, then jump in. Message me if you have any questions. And I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your night. Thanks for being here. And I'll talk to you so soon. Bye, everybody.